Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding the air crisp and clean again. The smog that once cloaked cities is gone, the oceans sparkle deep blue, and ice sheets stretch once more across the Arctic. Forests bloom wildly, coral reefs glow with life, and species thought to be extinct suddenly find refuge again. In a single breathtaking moment, Earth heals, not over centuries, but overnight. What if we could reverse global warming instantly? What if humanity discovered a way to undo all the damage it has done in just one revolutionary act? It sounds like a fantasy, but let's step into that world. A world where the most urgent crisis of our time suddenly vanishes, and yet new and unexpected challenges emerge. This question isn't just about science fiction. It's a mirror to who we are, to the choices we've made, and what we might do differently if we ever had the chance to reset the planet. Because even if we could reverse global warming with the push of a button, would we be ready for the consequences that come with playing God over nature? First, let's understand what we'd actually be reversing. Global warming isn't just about temperature. It's the cumulative result of human activity reshaping the planet's delicate systems. The burning of fossil fuels has filled our atmosphere with greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane, trapping heat that should escape into space. This has raised the planet's average temperature, melted glaciers, intensified storms, shifted weather patterns, and altered ecosystems everywhere. The result: rising sea levels, shrinking freshwater supplies, and billions of dollars in climate-related damages each year. But beyond numbers, it's a story of imbalance, a disruption of nature's harmony. Forests that once absorbed carbon are being cut down. Oceans that once cooled the planet are turning acidic. Animals migrate in confusion, seasons blur together, and entire communities are displaced by floods, fires, and droughts. So when we ask what it would mean to reverse global warming instantly, we're talking about restoring balance. Not just cooling the Earth, but healing everything that has been scarred by our progress. Let's imagine that miracle moment. A new technology is born, something that can neutralize carbon dioxide, refreeze the poles, and rebalance the atmosphere within hours. Maybe it's a planetary, scale AI system, or nanobots that re-engineer air molecules, or even a global climate network that resets the planet's temperature to pre-industrial levels. The transformation would be breathtaking. The skies clear, ice caps thicken, and the average global temperature drops by 2 degrees Celsius in a matter of days. Cities that once sweltered in unbearable heat would suddenly cool. Desert regions could bloom with new life. Hurricanes and droughts might cease, replaced by gentle, predictable seasons. Agriculture would thrive under stable climates, restoring food security to billions. Nature would take a deep breath, as if the Earth itself were exhaling centuries of stress. It would feel like paradise, at least at first. But what happens next might surprise us. Instantly reversing global warming could unleash chaos in ways we don't expect. The Earth's ecosystems are complex, and every degree of temperature supports a particular balance of life. If we suddenly cooled the planet, many species that had adapted to warmer conditions might struggle to survive. Crops engineered for heat might fail. Tropical animals could freeze in regions that had grown too comfortable for them. Even human infrastructure, designed for current climates, might not withstand the sudden shifts. Coastal cities once underwater might see the sea retreat too quickly, leaving unstable coastlines and dried wetlands behind. Glaciers reforming too fast could trigger earthquakes or tsunamis. Weather systems wouldn't adjust smoothly. They could crash into one another, creating violent, unpredictable storms. We'd learn the hard way that even healing the Earth requires precision, not a miracle, but balance. It's a reminder that reversing global warming isn't just about temperature. It's about timing, adaptation, and respect for complexity. Let's say humanity anticipated this. Scientists worked together with AI-driven climate models to slowly stabilize conditions after the Great Reversal. Within a few years, the planet settles into a new equilibrium: cleaner, cooler, and greener. The air becomes breathable again, oceans teem with life, and the ozone layer fully repairs itself. The Amazon rainforest, once on the brink of collapse, grows back stronger. Coral reefs, once bleached white, glow with colors unseen in centuries. Humanity would stand on the edge of a new golden age. Economies would shift from fossil fuels to sustainable technologies. Energy would come from fusion or quantum solar systems. Carbon industries would collapse, replaced by restoration projects. Governments that once fought over oil might now compete over clean air, water, and eco-innovation. For the first time in centuries, Earth would no longer be a dying patient, it would be a thriving organism. And yet, beneath this success, a deeper question would rise. What happens when we no longer fear consequences? If humans knew they could reverse damage instantly, would we really change our behavior? History tells us that when power grows, so does recklessness. The same technology that heals the planet could tempt corporations and governments to use it for control. What if one country decided to adjust the climate for its own benefit, cooling its region while heating another? What if climate manipulation became a new form of warfare? We might not learn humility, we might only learn control. The Earth could become less a home and more a machine, something to fine-tune, tweak, and exploit endlessly. Instead of living in harmony with nature, we'd treat it like software, resetting it whenever we break it. And that mindset could be even more dangerous than global warming itself. Because once we stop respecting nature's limits, we risk crossing lines we don't even understand. At this point, it's not just about science, it's about philosophy. What kind of species do we want to be when we hold the power to rewrite the planet's fate? There's also the emotional side. Imagine generations growing up in a post-warming Earth, where nature looks perfect again. The forests are alive, the air is fresh, and the sky is clear. But they'd also inherit no memory of the struggle, no scars from the storms or droughts that once shaped human resilience. They might take everything for granted. Clean water, stable seasons, endless abundance. The connection to nature's fragility could fade, replaced by arrogance. That's the paradox of perfection. The more we fix the world, the more we risk forgetting why it needed fixing in the first place. And that forgetting could lead us right back to the same mistakes. Perhaps the true purpose of reversing global warming wouldn't be to erase our past, but to learn from it. To create a world that remembers how close it came to falling apart. Let's picture that future once more, but this time grounded in wisdom. Humanity uses its technology not to dominate the planet, but to work with it. We design living cities that breathe, where buildings grow plants that clean the air. Oceans are restored through bioengineering coral and filtering plastics. Deserts bloom with solar-powered irrigation. Energy flows endlessly from clean sources. Climate reversal isn't just a one-time event, it's a global philosophy. Every country, every community becomes part of Earth's self-healing system. Schools teach not just science, but stewardship. Every decision is made with the planet's long-term health in mind. It's not a miracle anymore, it's maturity. Humanity grows up. In that world, the phrase, reverse global warming, stops meaning, fix the damage. It starts meaning, never let it happen again. And that shift, from desperation to responsibility, might be the true solution all along. But even in this hopeful vision, one truth remains: the planet doesn't need saving from us. It needs saving with us. Earth has endured meteor impacts, ice ages, and mass extinctions before. It will survive long after us. What's really at stake isn't the planet's survival, but ours. If we could reverse global warming instantly, it would prove one thing: that humans are capable of miracles. But it would also test whether we've evolved enough to handle them. Would we use that power wisely, to build a lasting harmony? Or would we repeat the same mistakes, trusting technology more than wisdom? That choice defines the future. Not the button that resets the Earth, but the hands that press it. So maybe the real question isn't what if we could reverse global warming instantly, but what if we didn't need to? What if we built a world where progress didn't come at nature's expense, where energy was clean, growth was balanced, and humanity thrived with the planet, not against it? That's the dream worth fighting for. Because while we may never wake up to an overnight miracle, we can wake up every day to small, powerful actions, the kind that make miracles unnecessary. And maybe in the end, that's what reversing global warming truly means: not erasing our mistakes, but transforming them into lessons. Not wiping away the scars, but letting them remind us of what we've overcome, and what we stand to lose if we forget. So as you look up at the sky tonight, remember, the power to change the world doesn't lie in instant fixes or impossible inventions. It lies in choices, in what we build, what we save, and what we leave behind. The future isn't waiting for a miracle. It's waiting for us to become one. If you enjoyed this journey into the possibilities of our future, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking explorations about where humanity could go next, and how we can shape the world we all share.